Assalamu alaikum everybody. My name is Mohammad Numan. Today we shall study how to assemble piston parts in CREO Parametric. Go to new and open assembly. Name it as piston assembly and uncheck use default template. It will allow you to access the other options for units, millimeter, kilosecond. Check this unit and OK. Our assembly platform has been opened. Go to assembly and move toward the directory of the parts. This is the directory for the piston parts. I shall select the piston part for the first, and from the constraint section I shall fix that part and click OK. Now call piston ring, piston pin. We know that this piston pin is going to insert in the hole section, so outer surface of this piston pin and the inner section is to be coincident. I've selected the outer surface, which is turned as green, and the second click will be in the inner section of this piston hole. Now we know that the piston pin is going to be inserted in this section and it will be placed in the center. And now the center plane of this piston and the center plane of this pin should be coincident. Moving toward this hammer portion, settings, we shall turn on some more settings, features, placement and other settings, and click OK. We can see that some of the settings have been displayed here. Now now we are going to add another constraint, new constraint. In that constraint, uh, select the right angle of the piston plane. Right angle, we can see that it is in the center, and attach this with the top plane of the piston pin. Top plane, which we can see that the top plane is in the center of this pin. Now by default it is giving the distance. Now we want a coincident constraint here. We can see that the pin has been inserted inside the piston and it is showing the status fully constrained. We shall click here OK and introduce other parts. First of all, we shall introduce a ring oil part. Now for ring oil part, select the top surface of this ring and the top surface of this portion. These are coincident here, and the outer surface of the ring and the outer surface of this piston. It has been set here. Now we can change the position of this opening as well by a command angle offset. We shall move toward the placement, new constraint. In the new constraint, select component item, which is the right plane of the ring. Right plane, we can see that the right plane have been selected, and the right plane of the piston. The right plane of the piston, and here we shall give angle offset and we shall give an angle of 30 and click OK. We can see that the ring opening has been moved 30 degree from the center position. Go to assembly, ring bottom, and from here select the upper portion of the ring and the center placement, the upper portion of the center placement. These are this has to be coincident, and then the outer surface, the outer surface. If you mistakenly selected something wrong, we shall go to placement and delete this, remove this portion. Okay, so outer surface of this ring and the outer surface of this piston, it has been placed here. And if we want to move this as well from the center, we shall add another constraint, and the second constraint is select the right angle of this pin we can see that the right angle has been selected, and the select the right angle of the piston and angle offset at 15 degree here and click OK. You can see that it has been moved 15 degree from the center. Now assembly, the last portion is a ring top. The upper portion of the ring and the upper portion of this piston and coincident them. These are coincident. Now the outer surface of this ring and the outer surface of this piston. This is again coincident, and we shall also change the center position of this opening by going to into placement, new constraint, and select the right angle of this ring and the right angle of the piston. Okay, here angle offset and at 30 degree. Okay, so here we have learned that how to assemble these parts on this piston. Thank you very much for your time.